What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Washington Capitals be a GM mode here. So first things first, Graham, he says if you want Kovalchuk to be right-handed, you can edit him in the customization in the GM mode. So I'm going to try this out. I don't think you can. Again, we're going to have a look here. We're going to go all the way to Kovalchuk, wherever that guy is. There he is. And if I could change him to right-handed, that would be just awesome. But as you see, I can't. I didn't think you could do this, but now it confirmed that you cannot. I know you can change their equipment, but that's it. So Graham, you lied to me, buddy. What's up with that? Originally, he was right-handed, but something happened when I was creating all of the legends. But regardless, here we are, and talking about Valeri Nichushkin here. A couple people were saying, dude, that was a terrible trade. What are you doing? I've seen him stay at 83, 84 overall, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but every GM mode is different. I've seen him progress to 93. I've seen him be 87. I've rarely seen him be lower than an 86. So I wouldn't have made this trade. Again, we only gave up a second round pick for a player who was first round 10th overall, okay? If I would have edited all the potentials for all of the young guys when I was doing the legends, I would have made Nichushkin a lot better. The guy's an animal. So what I'm thinking here is I wouldn't have made the trade if he was like 25 and had the red star potential, okay? But he's 20 years old. He's so young. He has so much time to grow, and he's going to be on a team with lots of other Russians. I think it's going to be fine. I think Nichushkin is going to be a decent player for us, but again, if he only gets to 86 overall, that's still a win. All we gave up was a second round pick in Cam Atkinson. Atkinson's going to be nothing. He's going to be an 83, 84 overall guy for his whole career, and that's fine. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but that's just what he's going to be. And with the second round pick, you never know what that's going to be. That could be a goalie that never pans out. That could be an 80 overall player once he hits 26. But another comment here, this guy says, you have actually quite a few more ex-New Jersey Devils. You got Kyle Palmieri, you obviously got Zach Parise and Ilya Kovalchuk, but Johnny Oduya is also an ex-New Jersey Devil. So I'm thinking our new name should be the Washington Russian Devils. That's pretty much what we are, the Washington Russian Devils. As of right now, though, we're like 4th in our division, but I do want to address one thing here. This guy says, do not put Nichushkin on the penalty kill, and that is a good call. I am going to sub him in for Pajot or Yankrok. 88 discipline, 83 stick checking. I like that a lot, and he's fast. We'll get to the Nang there on the PK. All right, so I think we're pretty much ready to go, aside from that one trade in the last episode, which was so dumb for trading for a guy who's in the CHL. I know I screwed up. You guys ripped me apart in the comments. That's good, though. I like that. I like that you guys can voice your opinion, and I hope that we don't continue on with the losses here. We ended off January with a 2-game winning streak, which was nice, but I believe we are, where are we here? Oh man, the Bruins just destroyed Toronto 7-0. But we are 5th in the Metro. So if we win this game, oh wow, we got some big opponents here. So if we beat the Islanders, we're going to be ahead of them in the standings. And if we beat the Devils, which would be huge, we are going to be 1 more point closer to the top 3 in the Metro. So the Islanders have Mark Messier, and Mark Messier is the Argon bust of this GM mode. He's got an ego account. I'll put it in the description if you want to go follow that. He is chirping hard on Twitter, so he is the new Argon bust. Let's see if we can shut that guy down. First period, 1-0. Big Tyler Myers on big Devin Dubnyk. We're out shooting him, but they got the one pass, Devin Dubnyk. Second period, 2-2. Nichushkin and Palmieri. What you know about Valeri Nichushkin? This guy is not a bust. Johan Franzen scores a goal there, tying the game at 2. Come on, 18 minutes left. Pretty even in the shot department. They climbed back. We cannot let these guys have an inch. I know Mark Messier is having a ridiculous year, like close to 50 points already. He is just killing it. 7 minutes left, and there he is, Mark freaking Messier. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh man, that ego account is going to just tear me apart on Twitter, and that is 2 points that we let go out the window there. Mark Messier, oh my god. They also have Radulov on that line and Eric Stahl, so that is a nasty, nasty team. That was actually his 50th point of the year there, so that's a bit ridiculous. Again, we got some huge games here. We need to get these wins early on to solidify ourselves as a decent team, because as of right now, we are a below 500 squad. We're 25 and 26 pretty much if you count in the overtime losses. The Devils are doing really, really well. Come on, guys. Big victory here. We need to dig deep, and we lose, but it wasn't overtime, and then we get a shutout against another Eastern Conference team. So now we're going up against the West here, but I would really like to get some points. Just get a whole bunch of wins here. I don't want to be struggling at the end of the year where we have 5 games left and we have to win 4 of them to actually make the playoffs. I don't want that at all. We need to win some games here. I actually want to see how close we are. So 27, 22, and 6. That's not great. As you can see, we dropped to 6th in the Metro. So, but it's so close. You know, in 2 or 3 wins, we could be in 4th place. So, we really just need to put our head down and win a bunch of hockey games. Up against Jamie Benn and the Dallas Stars, he went back there in the fantasy draft and a big victory there. Although it was against a Western Conference opponent, I'll still take the victory. Kovalchuk's close to 30 goals. Malkin's got 38 helpers. This should be easy points here, guys. Easy points. There you go. We're on a bit of a streak here. Now let's beat the Islanders, and then we'll beat, hopefully we'll beat New Jersey. And we lost again. And we lose again. Oh my God. Okay, so you gotta beat New Jersey here. 36, 20, and 3. They're having a great year. They got rid of Kovalchuk, and now they have Sidney Crosby. Let's go. First period, 0-0. Period number 2, 1-0. Victor Rask, their third liner, coming through huge with a goal. Victor Rask gets another one. There you go. And Evgeny Malkin makes it 3-0. What time is it? It's 3 past Jones, and Crosby gets one on Devin Dubnyk. Oh shit, they get another one. I should not have talked shit about Martin Jones, but it's okay because we hold it down. Get the 3-2 victory there. Rask with his 13th and his 14th, which is pretty impressive. That third line seems to be doing awesome. We just need to win a bunch of games here. Like, I don't think we need to make any moves. I'll try out the trade deadline here. Again, I don't think we're going to make a move. I may look for another defenseman, but we'll have a look here at the trade deadline and we'll see what we can come up with. Who knows? Maybe we'll go all the way to the end of the regular season in this episode, or maybe we'll just get the trade deadline done. What's with all these wins against the Western Conference teams? Get the Eastern Conference teams. I want those victories. There you go. 32, 22, and 7. Okay, so playing quite a bit better here. We still can't seem to beat Mark Messier and the Islanders. That's going to be a fun rivalry. That's going to be so much fun. Let's go against the Minnesota Wild. That is 4 straight victories for your legend Washington Capitals. 30 goals for Kovalchuk. Make it another victory. Come on, don't snap the streak. Oh, we lose 5-4, unfortunately. So let's have a look at our trading block here, and what really can we get rid of that's like something we don't really need. I think that eventually we're gonna have to get a goaltender, but we could draft that goalie. It's not really a huge issue. Noah Hannafin I want to keep for sure. That's a prospect goalie. I want to keep him. Kovalchuk we're definitely going to be keeping. Gino we're going to be keeping. Mahalik, Johnny Oduya. Like, we don't really have a lot to give up. Like, Palmieri is our second liner. He's actually doing really good. So I don't think we're going to touch the offense. Honestly, we don't really have a whole lot to put on the trading block. I do want to see what our team is looking like though, stats-wise. This is the end of this month, so I will have a look at the stats, see if there's anyone that's just really not producing. Maybe we have to make a fourth line change, you know, get that player for the playoffs. But points, Malkin, Parise, and Kovalchuk, 1, 2, 3. They're both doing great. Parise and Malkin playing awesome, and Kovy with all the goals, 30 of them, 57 points. PK Subban, look at Nichushkin. How is he not doing good? Someone's got to tell me how many points he had when we traded for him and how many points he has now. Like, I think he's doing way better, and he's got 46 points. That's awesome. Palmieri's got 40. I can't even complain about that. So our second line's doing great. Alex Galchenyuk, don't be surprised if he's like 90 overall come next year. He could really jump up. Jared Spurgeon doing pretty decent there. Rask's doing awesome on the third third line. That's really nice to see. Zidlicki, but Dustin Byfuglien only 27 points, hey? +6, 27 points. It's a little bit, you know, not really like Dustin Byfuglien. Usually he's a guy who puts up a lot of numbers, but 27 points, and we're starting to win some games, so I can't really complain. Ty Ratty is in the minors now. Dalton Prout. I'd like to maybe upgrade our defense. If we're going to upgrade anything, maybe get another defensive defenseman like Dalton Prout, maybe with some better discipline. Like a Dan Hamhuis would be awesome, but he's got 4 points, -3. I don't think he's really going to help the team out a whole lot. So, okay, so looking at our trading block here and our wants. So I want a top 6 defenseman anywhere from 23 to 37. I'm okay with getting a vet because I am definitely okay with having a veteran presence there on our third line. Prout's decent. He's not really doing anything. He's just kind of there. 3.5 stars, and I don't really have a whole lot of qualifications, but 3-star physical is a must, and at least 4 stars defensively. So we'll have a look here at the coach recommendations on who is available. Clendenning. See a lot of like lower end guys, and that's fine. I think that's what we want. Top 6. Maybe we'll change it to a top 4. Do we want a top 4? Like Jared Cowan, Del Zotto, like Braden McNabb wouldn't be too bad. He's physical. He's pretty good defensive awareness. His discipline's decent. He's only 25. He's got 5 points. I'm not looking for someone to put up points. That's the thing. I'm kind of looking for a steady defenseman. Like Prout's a minus player. I know he's not terrible. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to keep him. John Merrill, I know, gets pretty decent. He's got the 4 red star though. Defensive awareness is good. He's still young. You know what? We'll have a look here and we'll have to see what the trade deadline can offer us. I don't know if we're going to make a move. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, but maybe we'll make a move for our defense here. So nothing after the first hour, and a couple of trades here happen. Looks like player pick and trading. Brad Stewart went to Dallas for Alex Stalock. Chris Phillips went to Boston for Adam Musial. And there is another pick, actually. Grabner went to the Islanders. That's kind of funny how that worked out. And LA acquired Trevor Lewis. So everyone's going back to their original team. Edmonton acquired a prospect for a third, RJ Umberger and Brendan Morrow. And then that's our Nichushkin trade. So I'm going to get one more hour done. One more trade there. Mike Fisher went to New York. So I'm going to have a look around the NHL to see what players are available. Maybe someone's going to be giving away a veteran defenseman that we can go snag up. Let's have a look here. All right, so I think we found our guy. He is in Chicago, and his name is Dan Boyle. He's won a Stanley Cup with Tampa Bay. He's been to the Cup final with the Rangers. He's been around the NHL. He knows what it takes to win a cup. He's playoff proven. You can see here 126 playoff games and 80 points. That's actually really good numbers. He's probably going to retire at the end of this year, which is fine. We could probably get him for peanuts. He's only got 1 year left on his deal, like I mentioned, at $2 million. That does not worry me whatsoever. So Dan Boyle, we could definitely get Boyle, and they want Dalton Prout. We'll see if we can work something else out. Maybe I'll have to add Prout in the deal, because we do have players coming up next year. So if we get rid of Prout and Hannafin's ready for next year, not a big problem. Dalton Prout and what? So what can we give up to get Dan Boyle? I think giving up Dalton Prout is probably the smartest thing, simply because he's really not going to be anything for us. And if we get rid of Prout and then Dan Boyle retires and we have either Ville Polka or Noah Hannafin playing in the NHL next year, that's kind of going to take up his spot. So Dalton Prout, and aside from that, we really don't have a whole lot to give up, which kind of sucks. William Carrier is our first liner in the AHL. Don't want to get rid of him. 19-year-old, 2.5 green star, 7th round pick. You know what? We'll give that pick back to Chicago. He was drafted by them. So, I mean, we could probably get him because they want to give him away. He's a top 6. He's kind of exactly what fits the build here. I may have to add in like a couple of 4th round picks from next year. So we'll give you a 4th from next year, a 5th, and a 6th. Okay, so Dalton Prout, a couple of draft picks, and a player who's really going to be nothing for us, taking him back to Chicago. He was originally drafted by them for Dan Boyle. Will this go through? Yes, it did. On behalf of the Chicago Blackhawks organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. That's perfect. So we get a veteran player. We get player who's been around the league forever, and we get someone who I know is going to help us out come the playoff run. So Dan Boyle, welcome to the team. We get a vet. I'm happy with that. Dan Boyle, he's just kind of fits the build. Good offensive awareness, great poise. Again, he's a veteran, so that's kind of what we need, and that's actually great. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in everywhere that Dalton Prout was. Penalty kill. I don't think PK Subban should really be killing penalties. We'll put that with Dustin Byfuglien, and we'll go ahead and put Dan Boyle on the PK. Where else was he? 4-on-4 lines. I think that was all he was. So he was only on the 4-on-4 line and the one other spot. So that's the way it's going to be, and that's probably where I'm going to end off this episode. The trade deadline isn't even over, but that's the trade that we made. Again, nothing else really happening. No one's coming at us. I'm fine. We made our one move, which was Dan Boyle getting a veteran presence there, and I think that's a successful trade deadline for us. A couple more picks here. What else happened? Benoit went to Arizona in exchange for Drew Miller and a second, so that's a weird trade. Buffalo acquired a third for Matt Cullen, so I guess that's a couple little minor trades there. Let's get actually the first 3 games done here, because we are on quite a streak. We did lose there in the last game, but it was in overtime. I want to see how Dan Boyle's going to play in his first couple of games. You know what? I'm only going to get rid of the first 2 games. I kind of want to see how he's going to play against his old team with the New York Rangers. I know it really doesn't matter, but after that, we're going to end off the episode. In the next episode, we're going to head all the way to the end of the regular season, hopefully make that playoff run, and we'll see where we are in the standings. So we're third. See? Exactly. You win 3 games in a row, boom, you're in third place. Now we got to keep that up, because New York's only 2 points behind us. If we lose this game, the Rangers are going to be tied with us. So I don't want that at all. They have a pretty decent record. Let's go. First period, 1-0. Evgeny Gino Malkin on the power play. Period number 2, 2-1. Palmieri and Eberle. Okay, all right. I see this game. Going to be a pretty tight little battle here. And Charlie Coyle on Antti-Ranta. Started our backup. We went ahead and we gave Devin Dubnyk the night off. And Valeri Nichushkin. This man is clutch. Valeri Nichushkin. He is proving to everyone. He's just shutting everyone up. Galchenyuk gets one, probably assisted from Valeri Nichushkin. I love Nichushkin. Don't even worry about him. He's going to be awesome. He gets the goal, and then Galchenyuk gets the eventual game winner. Panic made it close, but that was all that she wrote. And yep, I'm happy about that. Galchenyuk gets the goal. Nichushkin with his 20th of the year, 2 points. Get out of here, haters. What are you guys talking about? Don't even worry about him. Nichushkin and Palmieri. I love the second line. I think it's awesome. I have absolutely no worries. So Valeri Nichushkin has played 16 games with the Washington Capitals and amassed 14 points, okay? 14 points in 16 games is pretty good, but the big thing is when we got him, he had 12 goals, okay? So in 16 games, he has 8 goals. He has 20 goals now, 48 points. He's a +5. I think he's a great move. Honestly, I don't even know why you guys were hating on it. I think it's a great move. He's got 14 points in 16 games. I'm pretty happy with that. So again, here we are. We're going to end off the episode here. Let me know if you think we should make any other changes going towards the playoffs. That's line changes. But again, we're doing pretty decent. We beat the Rangers, which was huge. 77 points, slowly inching ourselves away from Pittsburgh, the Islanders, the Rangers, Columbus, and I mean, even Philly's kind of in the mix. Not really, though. They're pretty much out of it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.